My window is open, so I hope you won't hear like the buses coming by. This is not the video I thought I was going to be recording today, but the show must go on. So I'm going to tell you my journey up until this point, kind of recapping how I feel about my hair, my suggestions. Would I even recommend it? I don't know. Just wait till the end and find out. I got my lock extensions the 20th of January, so I don't know, do the math. I've had my locks officially for this long. The plan definitely was to make it like on the day of, but there's been a lot going on between my birthday and this like legal entanglement I'm in right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. This video is going to be my 1 year lock extension update, and I have a confession. I actually cut my hair. My hair is actually really long right now. It may not look like I cut it, but I did. I cut my hair. My hair used to be down here, and now it's up here. Oh, yeah. And I cut about 2 to 3 inches off. I know it was a day in like November, I think. Let me just start with the haircut since I brought up the haircut. I cut my hair because my lock extensions were just getting too long, and when I cut it, it was such a cute little, it was so cute. It was like a cute little bob. This is a little long. I don't like the fact that it's sweeping my shoulders. This one in particular is like super long than the rest. It's just long in my opinion. I like it shorter because, like I've said a million times before, lock extensions are itchy. Itchy as hell. Itchy as even, okay? They are so itchy, like an itchy sweater. And no, I've gotten a lot of recommendations about how to mitigate the itchiness, like, oh, this is what I do for my scalp, oh, I do this, this, that, and the third. But it's really not my scalp. My scalp is not the issue. It's definitely the hair that makes me itch. This bitch makes me itch like, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know if it's just the type of hair I got, but the hair is itchy as hell. No matter how much I've washed it, no matter what products I put in it, no matter how much I lube it up, child, it's itchy. Okay, so if you're thinking about lock extensions, beware. I have my hair up in one, so it's brushing against my scalp over here, so the back of my hair gets super itchy. When I put it in one, it's the middle of my hair that gets super itchy. When I'm with other people, they complain about how itchy it is. I've said this before because it's the truth. It's a matter of fact. That's why I like it short, because then it's not touching my neck or it's not touching my back. I feel like I'm very overstimulated with my hair as of recently, especially when I just want to wear it in a ponytail. But like everything I do, it's brushing against my shoulder, it's brushing against my back, and it's just super itchy. It's on my ears to the point where it's just like, yeah, I'm ready to cut them off. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the day I am able to cut my locks off. I know. The plan was always to eventually have my own locks. Every time I mention to somebody that I want to cut my lock extensions, they're like, no, don't cut it, no, don't cut it. But personally, to me, it's just a little too long for like lock extensions. If my hair, my own locks were this long, I don't think I would be so inclined to cut it off. But because they're lock extensions, I am more inclined to cut it off. Yes, I wanted lock extensions for the length, like I've mentioned before in my previous updates, was purely, not purely, but mostly for the length, along with the independence and the aesthetic. It was always to assist in my own hair growth. Even though these are advertised as permanent lock extensions, I was never going to keep them in permanently. One, they are not sustainable. They are not sustainable for you to keep them in permanently. I really wouldn't even recommend it, because your hair is not the consistency of the lock extension, and if the itchiness is something that bothers you, you won't be able to stand it for much longer. Truthfully, the year did fly by, but the longer I have in my lock extensions, the more they bug me. And I'm not gonna lie, the plan has and was always to eventually cut off my lock extensions. From when I cut my hair, my locks are at a 1-to-1 ratio, basically meaning like my hair is in a style now, but if I was to take a lock out, it would be my hair and the lock extension. I could fold it over to my scalp and it would be like a perfect fold, if that makes sense. I definitely thought I was going to grow the lock extensions out entirely and then just do like a big chop, but that was not the case. I wasn't able to do that because you wouldn't be able to know it unless you have gone through it. The thing nobody prepares you for is how lopsided and how disproportionate your hair is going to be. You're not going to be able to style your hair the way you want to because your natural hair and the lock extensions act very, very different, especially when your hair starts to grow. Like in my case, where my hair is growing, that like disproportion is going to become very, very apparent. I'm thankful that I haven't had not one of my locks come out. I remember in the beginning that was a fear for me. I definitely thought like, oh, one or two of them, especially in the front, were going to come out. But no, I have a really, really good and very friendly loctician who recently got engaged. Like, big up her. I'm so happy for her. And it's so funny because she was telling me about how, never mind, I'm not telling her business. I'm so glad I found this loctician because she's so nice. When I go there, I feel cared for. I feel heard. I told her my concerns about my perimeter. Like the perimeter of my hair, like my hairline in general, is doing so much better after going to her because I was telling her about my issues of like migration, and you know, she really helped me through it. At the end, I ended up interlocking the perimeter of my hair only, which significantly helped my hair, like for sure. I just love the look of my hair now. I love her and I'm going to continue to go to her. I recommend anybody who's looking for a loctician, I recommend her in the GTA area. She has her own shop. One thing about me is I love supporting small businesses, and when I find a small business I like, I scream it from the hilltop. This is not an ad, but I'm just saying, like, for as long as I have my locks, I will be going to her. And that I know for sure. Speaking of maintenance, what have I been doing to maintain my hair? Honestly and truthfully, nothing. Nothing. If I could give you one piece of advice, is to leave your hair alone, okay? Leave your hair alone. The most I would tell you to do is a style. Get it done every once in a while, but besides that, leave it alone. Stop, get your hands out of your hair. Stop retwisting it every 2 days. Leave your hair alone. Stop hunking it up with a whole bunch of products and this, that, and the third.
Leave it alone.
That's coming from me. Like, I remember in the beginning, referring back to my earlier videos, you could tell that I was so excited to try everything under the sun. I was like, I'm gonna try this treatment, I'm gonna try this oil, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. But really, my hair thrived the most when I wasn't looking, when I wasn't paying attention, when I wasn't doing anything to it. My hair just thrived. My hair has literally never been longer. Like, this is the only protective style where I've seen my hair flourish. That's something I never had before. Like, it feels good. Like, I like doing my hair now. I fell in love with my hair all over again. This is not a choice I would ever take back. I've gotten questions of like, would I recommend lock extensions? Lock extensions in particular, I would say so far, let me actually do the math for you right now. If my hair cost $1,400, okay, to do my lock extensions, it was $1,400. That's a lot. I think it's very expensive. In my research, when I was getting it done, no one that had done it long enough where I could look to them and say, yes, I want to go to them, besides the one I went to. If somebody came to me and asked me, oh, was lock extensions worth it? I wouldn't say I regret it, but I wouldn't be like, yes, go and get lock extensions. What I would say is, yes, lock your hair. Locking my hair, the best thing I could have done for my hair journey and my independence as a whole. Like, locking my hair was definitely something I do not regret, and I would recommend to everybody I can. And that's why I recommended it to my mom. I said, girl, lock up, it's time. So would I recommend it? Locking hair, yes. Lock extensions, no. The cost? If I did my hair for $1,400, and yes, that's pricey, I would not say it was worth $1,400. Like, it is not worth $1,400. But $1,400 divided by 12, what? That's a big number. I don't even like that. So far, it's been $116 a month that I've had my lock extension. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? You guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm definitely gonna keep them in to work that down because I'm gonna get my money's worth. Yeah, I'm getting my money's worth. $1,400? $1,400 is a bill. Like, $1,400, I wish I had $1,400 now. Damn, what I could be doing with $1,400 right now. Like, yeah, $1,400 as a price point is not worth it. I'm sure now that lock extensions are, like, locks in general are becoming a preference. A lot more people are providing lock extensions or even faux locks. There are many situations in which people get lock extensions. There are people like me where people get lock extensions to aid in their hair growth and just for the length. There are people who do it to keep them in. There are people who do it to later comb out their hair. Whatever your journey looks like, really evaluate your needs. I would suggest if you do get lock extensions, do not get them long. You are being charged extra to get them longer. Do not get them long. You're just going to cut them off within the year because your hair is going to grow. So had I known that, I definitely would have got my locks like a couple inches shorter even. I believe I got 10, did I get 10 inches or 14 inches? I got the longest length, even though like it wasn't even like I was bald headed before that. So my hair was really long when I got it. And I would just advise that if you do get lock extensions, get like small to medium length and get small to medium width, because I got a medium width and they're just so much bigger than my actual lock, and there's no way of really even knowing how your locks are going to turn out. It's definitely dependent on like case to case, how your hair is, your hair type. Those are all to be considered. Definitely do your research. So I cannot advise too much on like you specifically because I just don't know what your hair looks like. I don't know how your hair would look like locked. I don't know how your hair is gonna look in the teen phase, like, you know, things like that. So just be aware of that, I would say, when getting lock extensions. Concerns about my hair besides the itchiness, like I've mentioned a million times before. Previously I've said that my hair doesn't collect lint. I lied. My hair very much does collect lint, but only at the ends of my hair. Only the very bottom. I don't think now, because I had recently got my hair done and washed, but I have a little on this, but I don't know. But my hair does collect lint, but like only at the bottom, only at the very end. It's not like my hair collects lint like, oh, it's just picking up lint and you could see like a lint ball up here, lint ball down there. Like, no, it's only at the end. And it looks like I have white tips at the end of my locks. There's no way to comb them out or pick them out without cutting your lock off. Thank you. There's no way to remove the lint unless you cut them out. Like, that's the truth. I've tried combing them out. I've tried like washing them out to see if it would be soft. There's no way. There is no way. And there's no way to even prevent it, because like it's just from everyday things. It's from your clothes, it's from your bed sheets, it's from everything. There's no way to not get lint in your hair. You're going to get lint, and in my case I only got lint at the very end, and it's always white. It was always white lint that gets intertwined, entangled, and becomes a part of the lock, and there's no way of getting rid of it unless you cut them off. That's the only like real downside to it. That, and when I wash my hair, when I first got the locks, they were not heavy at all. I definitely expected more weight, but when you wash them, bro, I nearly broke my neck in the shower because my hair was so heavy. It was so heavy to the point I was getting exhausted. My neck was like, they were so heavy. They were so heavy. And it's not, by that time, when I remembered how heavy they initially were, I hadn't even gotten my hair cut yet. I didn't even get my hair cut yet, and my hair was so heavy. That's also why I kind of like decided to cut my hair, because my hair was just, it was weighing down. And then also in just everyday instances, they have more of a drag to it. The longer they get, more drag they have. They get in the way of my jackets. I can't wear hoodies properly because my hair is just, there's just so much extension. It's not even necessarily my hair, it's just the extension. There's so much extension. You cannot compress extensions the same way you would be able to compress your own hair. Like, my hair can be flattened and moved in different ways. The lock extensions just won't be. It's not going to act that way. So there's things I just can't do in which I know my hair would be able to do, but because they're connected to the lock extension, it's just not happening. Like, my hair does not fit in hoods, so when it's raining, I'm just getting rained on because my hood only comes up to here. They fit in hats. They do fit in hats if my hair is like flat at the top, or if my hair is down, not in a ponytail, or not even like, even in a low ponytail, none of that. Like, be prepared. If you've already had your hair twisted or anything and you're used to having your hair be able to flatten, That's not the case with lock extensions. There are styles you won't be able to do with lock extensions. There are some styles, depending on like how thick and big your lock extensions are, there are styles, like I'm sure you could do many styles, and that's why I say go thinner, because you would be able to manipulate the lock extension a lot better and get it to do what you want a lot better than when you get these thick pipe cleaners in your hair like me. Because there are styles I would like to try, but I just don't feel like would be practical. They wouldn't stay, they're going to come out, or it's going to be like a lot more upkeep than I'm willing to do for my hair, because that's why I locked my hair, so that I wouldn't have to do the upkeep. Everything I've said in my previous statements, like my previous updates, my 6-month update, I'm saying my previous updates, like it was one update, child. Anyways, everything I've said in the update still stands. Nothing much has changed. It's been a pretty smooth sailing, stagnant journey this far. This by far is my favorite hairstyle. I love me some rope twists. Oh, I did find a gel that I love, that I love, that's like no buildup. I'm gonna insert it here. If I could redo my 5 essential video and make it a 6 essential video and add this gel right here, I love it. I love it. That gel is my favorite gel. It holds really well without being hard or crunchy. Like, my scalp still moves, but it holds, but it's malleable. Like, ooh, I love her. And I know all the girlies already knew about her, but I just got put on, and I know I'm late. I know the girlies already knew, but I love her. Overall, my journey has been good. If I were to rate my journey this far with my lock extensions, I would give it a strong 6 out of 10. 6.5, because 6 is way too close to 5, and that's just like, that's 50-50. Like, I could have them, I would do without them. I don't regret getting them, but would I tell somebody to get lock extensions? No, like I wouldn't. And that's just the truth. I don't feel like where you go, you can find a cheaper price. Definitely around now, everybody's doing lock extensions. You go to nearly any Loctician and they would most likely have lock extension services, installations, and now there's different textures for lock extensions. Like, it's great, and I love to see it. But would I personally tell somebody to get lock extensions? I don't know if I could. I wouldn't. I'm not even saying I'm not going to sit here and tell you to get lock extensions. I can't, especially if you have some good length on you. Don't. I don't regret my decision. However, I would not do it again. I would not get them done again. And that's just kind of how I feel about lock extensions. It's not something I can recommend. If length is one of your priorities and your non-negotiables, like you want to lock but only if you can have long hair, in that case I would say do it, because that was my case. But in any other case, I couldn't recommend it. I couldn't say, yeah, get you some lock extensions. I just, not in good faith, at least, especially because they're so expensive. It's an investment, and in this economy, Regimens, I still use all my Regimens with the addition of the gel. I'm gonna link below my 5 lock essential. Why do I keep saying essentials? I'm going to link below my 5 lock essentials for you guys, because that is what I still use. Lord of God. I'm going to link below my 5 lock essentials for you guys with the addition of the gel I showed you guys, because I still use all of those things to this day. Those are the only things I use. Another plus I would say, like I've said before, to have and maintain locks overall, it's a lot cheaper than any other style I could get. Oh, another question I always get is, do I miss like doing things with my hair? At first, I did mourn the loss of being able to switch up the look, because yes, locks are versatile, but they always look like locks, just in a different font. Sometimes at first I did miss like being able to have like a poofy hairstyle or some braids, you know, like a wig. Even though when I cut off my lock extensions, I fully intend on putting a wig over these locks. Like, a wig is gonna fit over these locks, like, no doubt about it. My wig journey is not over. It's not stopping here. I think I would only get a wig for a special occasion though, because I very much like the look of locks. I think it suits me very well. No regrets.
In the beginning, I grieved it for maybe just a little bit when I was toiling with my hair and not liking the look of it in the beginning. But once I started becoming more confident in my looks, it definitely subsided and I didn't really have the urge to miss hairstyles. Like I just didn't. I don't know.
No regrets. No regrets. Yeah, go look back at my lock playlist because everything and my feelings of the journey from the beginning up until now has been documented in that playlist. And look out for my next haircut because it's happening. I'm gonna be cutting my hair again. This can't go on for too much longer. I guess that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.